American songwriters, Johnny Cash,
I fell in
Chris Christopherson. I listened to Kylie Minogue. The new album was quite okay. Björk. I don't know. I listen to everything.
Hey there, metalheads. Welcome to the Mediterranean Metal Cruise podcast. Join our thriving community and subscribe to our channel.
We have an incredible guest with us today.
Yeah, that's true. We've got a special treat for you. We got Andreas from the band Dark Funeral.
Hey, Andreas. Welcome to the MMC podcast.
Right now, I'm down in South America. I'm in Chile, in Santiago.
Oh, nice. I thought you were, up north in Sweden. So I was about to ask, how's weather treating you? But I guess it should be fine down
That's
there.
exactly why I'm not there.
Also, you escaped the dark winter, the dark Swedish
The
winter.
yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah.
I do have a funny question now. I've always wondered, and I guess many people also wondered, how many hours do black metal artists need to, to put all these makeup before a show?
I think the fastest I've done it was because we were coming late to a festival and we were the flight was delayed and then we ended up in traffic. And then when we came to the festival, we were due to play in half an hour.
Oh, okay.
So you come just from the airport to the festival and in 30 minutes you have to be ready and on stage, and we did it. I think that's the fastest. Normally I usually start changing like an hour and a half before.
I
That's
see.
enough.
Yeah, Paul Stanley mentions in his book Face the Music that he spends around 3 hours prior to a show. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he could learn a lot from you, I guess.
Yes. If I had 3 hours, yeah, sure, I would probably do that. But we're not kids, We don't have we don't have that luxury.
I see. Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is not black metal. Maybe it has also to do something with the black metal mentality. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure Paul Stanley has his own dressing room where he can do as he pleases the hours before. We are 5 guys thrown in inside a small kitchen somewhere, and just here you go, dress. Here's your backstage, So
that's an interesting topic.
Conditions are really the same,
Exactly. So that's an interesting topic, basically. Would you have anything to share, regarding your backstage experiences? Because you just mentioned that it's a small room. Usually, you're 5 people, sneaked in there. How are, let's say, people treating you in general out there?
I mean, in general, it's very good, and venues do what they can. But I feel often that venues are forgetting that we also need space, and usually we are confined in that space a couple of hours before the show, just because we don't have anywhere else to be, and we have to be on site because the hotel is too far away. So sometimes you end up sitting in a small room, 5 guys, for 3 hours. And you hear in the walls, you hear the other bands are playing, but you don't hear what they're playing, you just hear woo, 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 And you have a toilet that may or may not function. And if you're really lucky, and these venues, they deserve a fucking big praise. The ones that actually have a shower.
Oh, and is there anything crazy that you ever put on your rider?
No, it's normal stuff, but you have to be very specific. If you want towels for everyone, not a towel, 5 towels.
Okay. Did you ever get only 1 towel for the whole band?
Sometimes we don't get towels. No,
Oh,
but you have to be quite specific because people tend to look around it. No, seriously. Usually everything is fine. It's just in this some occasions that you come to these weird places, and the shower situation is the worst when you cannot shower after a show.
Oh God!
Imagine going with all that makeup to a bed, and then you're gonna sleep in that same bed for 3 more weeks.
I guess the worst case is no shower and no towel.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
No, I've done sometimes, when they have, at least if they have a sink, I take a bucket. I don't care. They can wipe the fucking floor. I take a bucket.
All right.
But that is the glory of touring,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has its downsides, but I'm sorry, it's fun after all. Like it's the experience you get home after all. So
Of course it is. Of course it is. And these are just the bad examples. So, most
yeah,
venues are actually quite awesome.
Good to
sounds
hear.
good. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that, basically. Now, as we wrap up the program, so let's break away from the routine a bit, even though I think we already did. But we have a series of rapid fire questions about your daily life.
All
So
right.
answer as honestly as you can. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Then, reflecting on high school days, were you the popular kid or the weird guy?
I think I was the weird guy, more interested in drinking and smoking and doing weird shit than studying.
And can you name a city or a place that you have visited and you absolutely want to visit again, and why?
Oh shit, there's so many. There's so many.
Top three,
I
maybe.
always have fun. Always have fun in Texas. So let's say Texas.
Cool.
What's the one type of drink you're totally addicted to?
Actually, I recently quit coffee
Oh, wow.
because I didn't want to be addicted anymore. And I felt like I have to break free from that shit because I go around the day chasing coffee, everywhere I go. So I actually recently quit coffee, but I don't know. A nice cold beer on a sunny day, that's hard to resist.
So because you quit coffee, is that the reason why you're in South America now? Because I don't think you could survive a Scandinavian winter without coffee.
You know, most of the coffee come from South America, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
But the weather at least helps a bit, to quit, possibly.
No, not so much. Not so much.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
I quit during the US tour that we did recently. I got so tired of chasing for it. And in the US, they have really, really shitty coffee. Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I'm sorry, England too. England and the US, those are the worst countries for coffee.
I know Finland, Sweden, Norway have the best coffee you can get, I feel.
Yeah, aside from South America.
I know. How's the coffee in Greece, Alex?
So basically my type of coffee is the Greek coffee or Turkish coffee. It's the same thing after all.
Yeah,
So
you drink it cold or the
no,
very
it's
strong
hot.
one?
It's only hot and just sugar, no milk, nothing else. So it's, let's say, black
Yeah.
coffee. And you
Kind
have
of
to
better.
cook it. So yeah, maybe you can try it out in January, since you would be playing Athens.
Well, yeah. I'll be in Athens, and actually, I was in Athens a couple of weeks ago, just on vacation, meeting a lot of friends, and
Nice.
they forced me to try this cold coffee, and I didn't really like that.
Oh, I guess you're talking about cold espresso, possibly.
Yeah, it was just cold coffee, and I
Yeah.
prefer warm.
Yeah, I see.
I
Yeah,
think, Alex, you should serve him a proper coffee in Greece and a proper hot coffee, like a
yeah,
badass,
Greek
like the coffee
coffee.
that you just described.
Absolutely, you're welcome to come to the show, of course.
Cool.
Sure.
And I have another question for you. Could you share a non-metal artist or song that you secretly or not so secretly enjoy?
Oh, it's not secret at all. I really love Willie Nelson, for example. All those American songwriters, Johnny Cash,
I fell into a burning ring.
Chris
of
Christopherson.
fire.
I listened to Kylie Minogue. The new album was quite okay. Björk. I don't know. I listen to everything. If it's good, I'm gonna listen to it if it's good.
Nice.
All right, so let's move on with the last question. And then after that, feel free to, take some time and share whatever you want about your work, your current project with Gra and Dark Funeral, whatever you like, before closing the podcast. Last question is, if you could pick any song from the 80s to make a cover version someday, which one would that be?
Oh, there's so many. There are so many. But actually, we did one recently with Gra. I don't know if you heard it. We did a version of "Shout at the Devil." It's on our it's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's basically everywhere. I do like to do covers. We've done a couple ones before with Gra. So we did one of Lord Belial, and we did one of Mayhem, and we've been playing some Venom songs live, Bathory songs, just for fun, you know. I enjoy it.
Sounds good. All right. So anything to share, regarding your projects, your albums, your music life, and not before closing? Feel free.
Well, I don't know. Great thanks for everyone who's been listening to Lycaon this year. It has been very successful, and I see on the Spotify artist Spotify that we have been listened to more than ever actually this year. So that is good. That is good. We're doing some shows with in Greece. We're doing a show in Stockholm. We're doing a bunch of shows. So stay active on our social medias, and we're gladly coming to your town wherever you live and play too. So tell your promoters to book us. It's not that hard. It's just one email away. I think that's all I have to say for now.
Sounds good.
Cool. I think our viewers should definitely comment underneath the podcast where they want you to come to play.
Oh yeah, and they should tag all the local promoters too.
Oh, good. Yes, guys, tag the promoters and the band and our podcast, please. And yeah, then Andreas, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
And for the metalheads out there, remember, you can embark on a metal journey with us, with our cruise. So secure your spot for this cruise. Oops, that site that you see here in the background in November. You can secure your spot now.
Stay metal and take care.
Take care, guys.